My boss's dad has told me that I shouldn't have the window shades open at night when I have the light on because people across the way will be able to see like everything that I'm doing in complete detail, which like doesn't really bother me. I can just be mindful of what I do. So I've kind of been sneakily leaving them open anyway because I really like to look out the window. If I see any people or dogs walking by right now because I'm sitting at the window, I will describe them. I'm not feeling great today, although things aren't super bad or anything. Just like if you do a vlog every day or so, then you do start to just kind of do a diary where you say how you're feeling. I guess primarily I'm feeling like worried and frustrated because I feel like my boss is frustrated by not being able to do normal things. Although because she's not able to communicate very much, it's like kind of hard to know exactly what she's frustrated about besides just that she's frustrated. I don't I think every time I start to feel really frustrated about this, I kind of realize that I'm being unfair. Like, her situation isn't really unique. Like, it feels very frustrating to have to see someone in this type of situation who's severely disabled and isn't able to, like, use the internet and stuff like that so much and doesn't have all of the coping strategies that everyone else has and, like, really relies on being in person. And it's kind of frustrating because a lot of the community college classes that we go to are supposed to be taught by the teachers online. And like some of the teachers have been writing to us about how they're trying to find like a platform to teach classes online, but a lot of the students, we don't really know how to contact them or if they're able to use the internet by themselves or if like people in their lives are willing or able to help them do that. So it just kind of sucks. But at the same time, like, this totally isn't like really a unique situation. Like, I don't mean to compare like other populations to kids, but like it is like I'm sure very difficult, probably much more difficult to like be in this situation with young kids who, you know, have so much energy and have a lot of needs that aren't really being met right now. So it just kind of sucks. I was we had our first couple of deaths in San Francisco. I'm sure things are going to get a lot worse before they get better. Obviously, it's a lot worse in New York. But anyway, back to my stupid diary. For the past couple of days, I've done a good job getting up early, which is good. I guess that's like one constructive thing that's coming out of this because I'm usually not good at doing that. So I've been getting up really early, cooking food for myself, and then going for a walk. I'm frustrated because I don't know if you know this, but if you have an iPhone, even if you never wanted to keep track of how much you walk or how many steps you walk, which I've never wanted to do, there's like a secret app on your iPhone that is keeping track of how many steps you walk a day, even if you have like location turned off and stuff like I do. Like a couple of years ago, I made this horrible discovery that my phone could tell me how many steps I'd walked every day. So now I can't help looking at it a lot. Anyways, supposedly like the perfect amount of steps to walk is 1,000, and up until this point, that was basically what I was doing. Like I feel like on less active days, when I just kind of went to work and went home, I would walk like 5,000 steps, and then on days when I wasn't really trying to be active, but I just ended up walking around a lot, I could go up to like 17,000 or like 15,000, and yeah, so now because I've been in, obviously, like, every day, like, ends up being like 2,000 steps or something. So I'm really trying to walk more the amount that I usually do, especially since it's, like, so easy to check it on the phone. But even though I've tried really hard to like go for a walk and it actually feels like more strenuous than normal walks that I would do because like the easiest parks to walk to are like up hills, so they feel difficult, but then like I still end up with only like 6,000 or 5,000 steps from doing that, so that's irritating. But I guess I'll just have to try to find some like longer walks to do. I do like going to the dog park and watching some dogs run around, or going to the slightly far away park and watching some kids and families. I hope that the park doesn't get closed down because of this, because I do think people are basically practicing social distancing, but I guess a ton of people hanging out in a park isn't necessarily the best thing. But I don't know. It is really nice to be able to see people. Oh yeah, so yesterday I tried to go and give blood for a few reasons. I mean, I gave blood once or twice before, but I had kind of like gotten out of the habit and hadn't made another appointment to do it. But I wanted to, generally make a practice of doing it. I kept meaning to do it. And now it's like one of the only like official reasons that you're supposed to be out. So I was like, okay, well, this is a good excuse to go out. Plus, like, I kept getting tons and tons of, yikes, I kept getting tons of emails from the Red Cross telling me that I really needed to donate. So I went to donate, but despite anxiously taking public transit, which I've been trying to avoid doing, which I wore gloves on, I ended up being told that I couldn't donate blood because I didn't make an appointment, which I feel really stupid about. I don't know, I think I got kind of in a bad mood. I think I just felt kind of ashamed of myself. I think it's kind of like, even though we're doing the best thing we can do, which is stay home, it's like kind of hard not to feel ashamed of yourself as a regular person when you think about everything that like healthcare professionals are doing and dealing with. So I think I felt kind of stupid that I even tried to go and donate blood, and like the guy had to talk to me for a minute and be like, no, of course you can't donate blood because you don't have an appointment. I normally don't make appointments for things because like I'm often late, and also because I take public transit, it is harder for me to predict like how long it will take me to get places. So like I don't know, I feel like a lot of the time I end up being late and having to wait anyway, so I feel like it's better to just do things as a walk-in. Anyway, like I should have realized this, but like that's obviously not something I can do anymore. Like I think they only let people donate with an appointment so that they can make sure there's only a certain number of people in there at a time, which totally makes sense. But I think I didn't really realize it until afterwards, but I think I was very like feeling better about feeling better about the idea of being able to do something helpful. And so I think like not being able to do it just made me feel kind of depressed. Yeah. So that's that, but I do know about that at least. So I've made an appointment to donate in like a couple of weeks. All of the appointment times up until then were full, which is good. I'm thinking of trying to find other ways to volunteer, but I also kind of suspect that they'll all be full because I'm sure there's some people who actually want to be home, but like I don't feel that way. I feel like I wish that I could go out and do stuff, but I know it's not really ethical to just go out and do whatever. So I'd be happy for any like legitimate reason to go out and do stuff. Yeah. I want to tell my commenter that I hope she's feeling better, but her name is not a name that people have in the US, and I don't actually know how to say it. Sean, I hope that you're feeling better, or at least that you'll be feeling better in a couple of days. Yeah, okay. That's all for now.